Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Was here Nikki was here earlier. Mitch has to get something with his shoulder. Hey, Gator, how you doing, Jake? Again, I didn't get to meet up with you while you were here, which is a bummer. Tommy J, how you doing? Maui, how's it going? Um, just to bring kind of everybody up to what was going on with me anyway. The last live stream I had to kind of like end abruptly. I got lightheaded or some shit, and almost like not maybe kind of like, am I going to pass out? Am I not going to pass out? What the f is going on? And as it turned out, day before yesterday, was on the 5th was my 3 month deal that I go see my doctor every 3 months. Gives me 3 months worth of medication, does a blood test. So I told him about it, and he wants to check my heart rate for like 24-hour period. He wants to see if that could cause the lightheadedness, not pumping right, whatever. And so I guess I go in on the 19th, and they just put probes on my chest and a little deal that gets like somehow connected to my side, and I, wear it for 24 hours. They take it off, and then he'll take a look at it and see what it says. I haven't had any, any other deal. When I was in the hospital, I kind of got lightheaded again. And I also told him, I think maybe because I'm eating, I didn't have the stuff for my kit, which my wife's going to go out and get today for my blood sugar. The way it felt to me was low blood sugar, and like I felt before, and I've tested, and it was like 60 or something. And so each time, well, that time too, I tried to get something sweet, and not being able to test it, and it seemed to help. Anyway, that it could be that, it could be a multitude of things, but another great thing about getting old, right? But yeah, so I feel great. I feel fine. We'll see what he said. I did talk to him about, I know that I had went like 2 years ago, and they said I had cataracts, and my sight that just keeps getting worse and worse as far as blurriness and that kind of crap. So he made an appointment for me. I went yesterday, the day after I saw him, and they said something with my retina. The veins bigger than the artery. The arteries, I don't know, some kind of shit. So the lady was really nice, great English, and my doctor, I guess, knows her, and that's why he sent me to her. She speaks perfect English, and she said she wants to put me through to. I was there for like 2.5 hours, taking all sorts of drops in my eyes and whatever. And hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Al. She said she wants to send everything to a retina specialist. So there's one in town. I didn't want to go back to a hospital thing. This one has a clinic, and so I can just go right in and see them. And which I didn't feel like sitting around. That was 2 days straight. I had to sit for 2-3 hours in the hospital. I didn't dig that. But they once they do that, I said, well, what's the deal? She said there is a deal where they stick an injection in your eye, depending on what the specialist says, that can relieve that, make it better with the retina thing. And then she says, I have just minor cataracts. She said they're really not a problem. But she says if the sight is, whatever, you can decide on whether you want to have them removed or not. So anyway, there's the deal about getting old and the shit that happens, I guess. But I'd like to have my eyesight a little better. And she said, same thing when I had talked to Mitch about the LASIKs and shit like that. They don't like doing it to old people. And I think it's because it doesn't last very long, maybe a year or two or whatever. So I'll make that decision when and if I can even have it. So I go on what did I say? She's going to set up the appointment for the retina specialist. So I don't know when that is. The 19th, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I have to go in and get that, wear that thing for 24 hours. And yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But it's just, is it a real big problem with the blurriness? No, not really. I just don't like riding at night. I can say that, or driving at night. Period. But during the day, it's just can't see that great. So anyway, that's what that is. The building is coming awesome. My monitor's still screwed up. I've got lines from right here down. Like I said, I'm not real hip on these EXPOSE. I thought they were good. This is a 27-inch. I tried to order 3 of the frickin' things off of out of China, 32-inch curved. This is a curved one too, monitor. And they screwed me over and sent me, a little 2-baht piece of tissue or something. So the fraud thing came through, and Lasada gave me my money on 2 of them. And one of them, I even checked before. You have this in stock? You can ship it? Oh, yes. And sure enough, they didn't. So I started bitching at them, and they canceled the monitor. And so yesterday I went with Sim to same place that I bought my MSI laptop, and they had a fairly decent. I spent about 1,500 baht more than the ordering one out of China, out of Lasada. It's a Acer. It has good reviews. It's even got, some of these don't have speakers in them. That's how they get a little bit lower price. But it's 240. I don't know that much about it. It's a gaming monitor, but it's 240 hertz, and supposed to be good. I looked up the reviews. It got good reviews and stuff for a budget type monitor, because it was 6,500 baht. And the last one that I was trying to get off of Lasada was 52 or 5,500 baht. So anyway, I paid for it yesterday, and then they're supposed to have it in this morning. If they get it, they're going to call Sim, and her and my wife will go and get it. She's off today, obviously. They got pretty much. I'll show a little clip here of the. I don't know how. It's pretty loud, I think, me talking. I this morning, because I got up at 4, of course, and I took the card out of the. I'm almost done with the video, the number 7 video on the garage, and I took it off this morning and took a couple little bites out of it and put it on, and I got it here so you can get a look at it. But the solar systems, well, we'll talk about it after. It's only, I don't think it's that long. Hold on. Back out here, it looks like they got most of the ceiling done. And from what my understanding is, this is the day after, is the solar and the electrical plugs. You can see somebody plugged in right here is done. Plugged in back there too. So we'll check out this, and I think he said he's coming. He's going to be running a water line, but we'll take a look and see. So according to this, it looks like it's 1,658 watts coming in, and you can see the sky is really overcast. So battery's at what does that say? 68%. Yeah, so it looks like it's all up and running. Cool. So yeah, I think that that looks pretty good. And like I said, it looks like all the electrical, I believe, is done. And also, we'll check with the solar man when we wrap up this video in a little while after they put up some of what I'm calling drywall, this stuff here. So anyway, so that gives you a little idea of what it was. I'm really impressed with the solar. You've seen that battery was like at 68%. That overcast, even when it was overcast, it was bouncing between 1,600 watts and 2,500 watts, which I was impressed with the overcast on there. It was running. It's set up to run off of solar. Solar's not available. Battery's not available. Grid. So it ran all night with the on the man cave and the pond running all night, and it came down to like 70%. And even with the 1,600 watt, 2,000 watt input, them running their drills and everything off of the power there, the air conditioner on in the man cave here. Uh, it took an hour and 20 minutes to bring it up to 100%. So I'm impressed with that. I'm going to finish that video up and I'll probably put it out today or tomorrow. Um, Last night they need one more sheet of drywall, that thin drywall, and I guess I was one roll short of the R24, I think it is. It's in the ceiling, and a couple other stuff that my wife and Sim will go pick up at Taiwa's to do this morning. Then they just gotta, I think they've got most of the joints, whatever, and then they're gonna pick up some light gray paint, and I'm gonna try to get out. I bought the cordless little, like looks like a drill motor sprayer, so we'll see how it works. And I bought another one that goes over your shoulder. That's a plug-in one. The one that's in your hand is a battery operated one. And I want to paint that last steel, that far wall. I want to paint the ceiling and at least the top part of that wall, because I want or I'm going to try to get, my wife's going to try to pick up that paint, just a light gray interior to paint it. And that's where the air conditioner is going to go. So if I'm going to paint the floor and paint the rest of the place and stuff like that, of course, I won't have the air conditioner running while I'm spraying paint. But roll the floor, put together all the furniture, my desk, get it all ready in there. After we paint it, I want to be able to have the air conditioner on, so I'm not sweating up a storm and going. But hey, Paul, what's up, John? How you doing? Craig's here. I see. Hey, brother, how are you? I'm doing good. I saw that coming through there. I explained it there. He wants to put a heart monitor on me for 24 hours, and he wants to make sure that I'm getting good flow out of the pump. And it's not that problem. I think it's blood sugar, because when I feel like that, that's usually what it is. So my wife's going to pick up some deals for the test kit so I can check the blood sugar, because I'm feeling fine. And because I think what it is, and it's happened to me before, when I'm taking my sugar, whatever, diabetes medication, and I'm eating like crap, it levels out and I feel okay. When I start eating good, I think my blood sugar drops because I'm not eating crap. I'm not eating bowls of white rice and pasta and all this shit that gets converted to sugar. So that's my expert opinion. He said very possibly could be. He said it could be a combination of a bunch of things, but he's concerned that it's. He wants to rule out that my pump's not pumping enough freaking blood that I'm getting lightheaded. So, which I said, yeah, thank you. So he's going to do that. That's on that. But the building, I'm really. Let's see, did I say hi to everybody? Everybody's talking to each other. Paul, how you doing? I think I caught everybody. Did I? Wow, I'm way behind. Hey, James, how you doing? Uh, okay, and Craig. I was at the hospital last night myself getting chest X-ray. Really? Yeah, I've got the peanuts here. I got and I've got some other stuff, but she's going to pick up the things I need for my kit, so that I could check it every once in a while, like I've been telling my doctor I was going to do for 2 years or something, just to make sure. But yeah. So anyway, Let's see. I'm curious to see why Craig was trying to see if I can increase. Oh, increase your ganja intake. Maybe that's what I need. I'm gonna try it again. Like I said, I stopped really getting high after I smoked an ounce of weed in a bomb shelter when I was still in high school, and for some reason, man, it tweaked my system, and I every time I smoked it after that, I was paranoid, and it just was not a pleasant high. So I just pretty much quit until you guys know I went to that um, wedding of my actually my brother-in-law's ex-wife, which they all stayed together. Carol, just a great person. She's gone now. She was dying of cancer. Then she got married, and they were all smoking weed. Nice to get cluster headaches. I think I told you guys these stories. According to me, there's THC receptors in your body, and if they're there, why are they there if you're not supposed to uptake some sort of level of THC? And I used to get them 10, 15 headaches, 20 headaches a week, and maybe one or two of them would bring tears to my eyes. That's how bad they would hurt. And they were passing around a joint at the wedding, and it came to me, and one was coming on. I said, "Hey, give me that thing." It's been 20 years since I tried it. It just took one hit off of it, and that was it. And it it went away. So I was growing at the time, obviously, and this was a long time ago. And so the trimmers that keep the trim, my nephew rolled me three, I think, cigarettes with filters in a cigarette machine, and I would take a puff off of it maybe every day. I wouldn't even get high, and damn if that was 15 years ago, 20 years ago, no, 15 years ago, maybe something like that. I haven't had a headache, period, cluster or any kind. And I only did that for maybe 2 months after the wedding, 12, 15 years ago. And no headaches, man. But anyway, that was the last time I didn't get high. But I'm going to try. Of course, I would never suggest anybody to smoke it. It's just not a good way to ingest or eat it, you know, brownies, cookies, gummies, have some fun, make a cake. But anyway, so I might try it though. I just don't. I'm sure I just have to go into one place around here. Of course, I believe that they were, like I told you guys before. My belief was they're going to make it illegal. They're going to make you have a medical deal. They're going to make you pay for a license from a doctor, and then you can go buy and do whatever you want. And I believe that's where they're at now. Don't know for sure. Just heard rumors back and forth that it was going to be illegal. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah. So I'm a firm believer, been a believer. You know, when you got Egyptians back in those days, knowing that it had medicinal purposes, you know, it has medicinal purposes. They haven't even scratched the surface. Now, whether it's in the cannabinoids or in the THC or whatever, I don't know. But all the people that want to get higher want to believe it's in the THC. I have a sneaking suspicion it's in the THC. So anyway, I'm going to show that video again since we got 15 people in here. It's not a very long video, and it's on the building. Hey, Yads.
Hello, everyone.
Let me
back out here. Looks like they got most of the ceiling done, and from what my understanding is, this is the day after, is the solar and the electrical plugs. You can see some of the plugged in right here is done. Plugged in back there too. So we'll check out this, and I think he said he's coming. He's going to be running a water line, but we'll take a look and see. So according to this, it looks like it's 1,658 watts coming in, and you can see the sky is really overcast. So battery's at, what does that say, 68%? Yeah, so it looks like it's all up and running. Cool. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And like I said, it looks like all the electrical, I believe, is done. And also we'll check with the solar man when we wrap up this video in a little while after they put up some of what I'm calling drywall, this stuff here.
So anyway, that's my new garage, in case people are wondering what I'm showing there. But I'm really impressed with it. Like I said, they're pretty much done. They have to go pick up this morning one roll of the insulation that I bought the insulation. I bought it all, but I did the calculations on that, and he came up one short on the piece of drywall and some other little thing that they're going to get at Taiwan's to do, and they're going to give me the paint so I can paint the place, and so I can have the air conditioning guy come in and put the air conditioning in, so that when I get in there, I have workstations and benches, and you can see part of the tool. This is one rolling cart. I've got another one, and that needs to be put together. Shelving needs to be put together. My desk needs to be put together, and I can get all this crap out of here and out to the garage and get on my. I'd like to. They're racing at Talladega, I think, in the trucks. I like racing the trucks. So anyway, I think it looks great. Still have to get the paint for the outside. My wife will pick up the light, kind of a concrete colored gray is what I figured I'd paint everything inside. The floor will be a dark gray epoxy paint. That way, I don't know. When I always had garages in the States, I either tiled them with black and white tile, retro, or I just painted them. It's just so much easier when you're working on. I worked on bikes inside. You got air conditioning, you got heating. If you get oil all over the floor, it just wipes up off the paint. So anyway, so it's going to get painted. So I'm going to say, I'm hoping today, obviously is Saturday. I'm hoping by the end of next week I'm done with it, and I'll be happy. So let's see. Tonight's dinner. What are you having, Aaron? Tonight's dinner will be tempura shrimp cocktail, rotisserie chicken on the air fryer. So you're trying to eat healthy? Is that what that is? Who did I miss? Anybody? Let's see. Mushrooms, bro. That's what it's all about. What are you talking about? Drugs? I love my edibles, but I haven't taken them. I'm going to try them again if you're still here, John. But I hear they're really good. So I don't know. Like I said, the one that would probably know. I don't know why, but Craig would probably know how the edibles are here. But he's saying shrooms are better. I got that whole thing of shrooms. Should I have my wife be growing different mushrooms than she's growing, Craig? Uh, let's see. But I'm going to try them just to see. I'll just make sure I'm kind of by myself. So in case I turn into an asshole or freak out or something, I'll just be by myself and won't scare any of my wife and the kids or something. So I'll do it. Yeah, I shouldn't be smoking it anyway. I mean, it's just not good for you, smoking, period. But yeah, I think edibles are definitely the way to go. No doubt. The best way to ingest the drug for medicinal purposes is ingesting it by eating it. Yeah, good way to self-reflect. Yeah, let's see what is that. Maui says, in Houlihan, the cookies are better than the gummies. Yeah, I just got to try it, man. If I like it, why not? I don't drink. Well, like I said, I have the ability, luckily, to not get intoxicated and turn into an asshole. So it isn't so much that way with the weed. Even back in the day, it kind of not mellowed me, but when I started getting paranoid, what it did is it didn't turn me into an instant asshole, but I would hear things or something, like if we went to a party and I took anybody out there, and we went together and you brought your friend, I would look at him and go, you say something about me? And I'd get in a freaking fight with one of my good friend's best friend. So, so I kind of stopped pretty much everything, a long time ago, any kind of deals. But it wasn't that way before, man. When I get high on the way to school, during nutrition, During lunch, I was high all the way through. Of course, I never graduated high school. They just pushed me up in the grades, even though I didn't graduate from 10th to 11th and 11th to 12th. They brought me up to 12th grade so I would stay with my class, but I was just high all the time. Besides the fact, like I said, it was kind of the best thing in the world because if you look back in the day in the 70s, any of the newspapers, they used to have all the schools used to get busted for they bring in the cops that look like they were 10, and the 16-year-olds and they're 25. And the narc that was an ex-cop, ex-motor cop, he loved us for some reason. We partied at his house. He's dead now, so I can talk about it. The stuff he would confiscate from the football games, we would drink at his house the next day. Did he keep us off the streets? Yeah, kinda. Was it a little bit strange? Yeah, kinda. But we had a lot of fun. But he would tell us, okay, they would do their crackdown in the San Fernando Valley all at the same time, all the schools in that same time period. And he would say, if I were you, I wouldn't probably, sell any weed or anything for the next couple of weeks. So I'd have people come up to me and in the school and go, "Hey, I hear you're the what the hell you're talking? Get away from me before I beat you down." And they'd go away. So you look, and all the other schools would all have people had gotten busted, and except for uh, our high school, which was kind of interesting. And no one else was allowed to pretty much sell. They'd get beat up if they sold anything at the school. So they never got popped. But during that time, I used to get high all the time. And then, like I said, I took that ounce with a friend of mine and we smoked it in a bomb shelter. It was so full of smoke you couldn't see, couldn't see the him sitting next to me. And I crawled to my hands and knees and home, and it was a nightmare. And the next morning, I woke up and went to get high, and everything changed. Anyway, hey Rob, how you doing? Hope you're well. I guess this almost went to the hospital. It was way different. Yeah, well, even the weed, because I've been growing forever, went from the potency levels of the stuff that we were producing with especially um, the one that we had for quite a while. Uh, it was astronomical compared to back in the day. I think the strongest shit that we got a lot of Mexican dirt weed, what they call it, Panama Red and shit like that coming out of Mexico. And then they had the paraquat crap. And I don't know, everybody I knew didn't give a shit whether they were smoking paraquat or not. They smoked whatever they get their hands on. But I think probably the most potent weed back then was Thai stick. That was going around back in the 70s anyway. Um, but yeah, compared to some of the ones that I know, that one kid came over to the house. He was trimming stuff, and he brought a big, I don't know, probably $300 bong, big glass bong, and he's standing there, and they put a big deal of stuff in. I don't know, the stuff was, I forget what the latest was. It tested on 35%. It was unbelievable, and I said, you ought to be careful with that. And he took a big hit off that thing, and he went all the way back and broke that $300 bong and cracked his head on the floor and went, holy crap, after he woke up. But yeah, definitely a whole different animal than back in the 70s, at least for me. And then dirt weed, exactly. Uh, the stuff that because my son smoked a lot, he doesn't now. But he got, it's amazing to me, even on that high of potency, that him and his friends that smoked a lot, uh, they had to make concentrates to get it high to keep that, where a normal person would take one hit off of it and was high for, hours and hours and hours. So I guess a tolerance, I don't know, but I would like to try. Just, I'm not going to take like, 10 cookies and shove them in my mouth or something, but I'd like to get a little gummy, maybe cut it in, 4 pieces or something, and just try a little bit and ease my way into it. Because, I'm not, I'd like something that would kind of like melt me into the couch and enjoy a movie on the TV and maybe take a little pain away in my knees and shit like that. So I will try it. If I miss something, guys, put it back in, put it in here. I'm I'm rambling, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm caught up. A lot of compressed dirt weed until our plants were, we would sell them and stuff. Yeah, and even back, like I said, in the day, um, it was still different. From, let's say, mid to late '70s, early '80s, to the stuff that was going around 10 years ago. Because I haven't grown anything since she passed. So 8 years ago, 9 years ago now. But I did enjoy it, man. I did like it. I was kind of hoping that they were going to be completely legal here in Thailand, and I could set up a little greenhouse and just grow. I mean, there's nothing better than going into a complete, because mine was an enclosed environment. It was a closed room, closed system, injected CO2, air conditioned, heated, humidity control, everything, and just sit there in perfect 70, 76-degree weather, and have music playing and doing my little taking care of the girls, and I enjoyed it. And I haven't been able to do it in a while. Let's see, saying hash brownies. Yeah, yeah, hash was a thing. The concentrates back in the day, like I said, the Thai stick that came in, and a lot of the hash was pretty good even then. I'm saying you got it backwards, Rob. So shit. Shit. How you doing, Ralph? Hope you're well. Um, yeah, so the building's going good. I'm hoping that they pick up that paint. I tried those paint sprayers. I'll get a little video of how those work because they were so cheap. The one that looks like a drill motor. What I ended up buying the sprayer. I ended up buying a battery operated cutoff or grinding wheel, impact and screwdriver, sawzall, and impact drill, and the batteries for these Dalton deals or whatever that I showed you before or back there, um, are interchangeable. They come in 6 volt or 6 amp hour, 12 amp hour, and 18 amp hour. So I've got one or two batteries with each one of those. None of the six, either 12 or 18. So I've got 8 batteries I could put in this. It was only like 600 baht for that. Now, whether it works any good, I don't know. You can see the videos on YouTube, and it looks like it works. Rather, I mean, nothing worse than I don't like rolling shit on the floor, the garage floor. That'll be fine. That'll be easy to do. And plus, Sim's probably going to do it anyway. And then the other one, like I said, is goes over your shoulder, and it's a plug-in deal and a same little hose with a low pressure paint deal. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to do that back wall so I can call out. If I could do it today, I'd like to get the air conditioning guy out tomorrow and have him put the air conditioner in. Then I can finish painting and stuff. And then that way, when we're done with that, we get in there working, putting the desks together, the little workstations you'll see. I think I showed them before. And the rolling carts, this one I put together, and shelving and all that stuff, I can put together in a controlled environment. So we'll see. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm happy with the way that they've done stuff. I'm happy the way that it's turned out. I'm really happy with the solar system. He's going to run a water line, I believe, today. So the fish tank I had to move, the isolation tank, that you'll see a separate video on that if you want to watch it. It'll be a koi oriented type video, a short one though. As they moved that over yesterday, I've got the pump, the air pump, um, the monitoring system, and everything sitting right here, ready to go and be plumbed in. So I'll probably take that out there today and maybe even go over to see what I've got here for fittings, because being here for 2 years and doing shit around here, not necessarily me, but everybody, uh, I always order way more fittings than I need, PVC. So I'll see what I've got. I might have enough to do that because all it's going to do is I've got this reducer that comes off that IBC tank and goes to 1.5 inches. I need to go from 1.5 inches to inch. The pump is a little pump, but it does 3,500 liters an hour, but it only pulls nothing pretty much. And then come up to the filter, and that's it for plumbing wise. So Um, I should have enough here to do it. And if I do that, then I'll fill it up, put that filter over there, clean that all out, and then I want to fill up the tank with water, and then put the potassium permanganate, the oxidizer, in there to kill any kind of bugs or anything that were in there and still living, which there probably aren't any, but just to give me peace of mind, use the peroxide to neutralize it. And within a couple of days, my wife's been jonesing to buy some fish. Why, I don't know. But I might let her buy like 3 or 4 to put in there, because I have the ability here, because my media that I have in my main pond here is awesome. So what I can do is I put fish in there and they start peeing, and the ammonia will start to come up. I take a bunch of this seed media and put it in there. It'll start seeding and start getting rid of the ammonia immediately. So I don't have to wait for the cycle and all that, the long periods of time. So I told her, once I get that, then I'll let her order 3 or 4 fish off of TikTok. She watches TikTok all the time, and pick out 4 or 5, whatever she wants, and have them shipped, and we'll put them in there. Let's see. Just grow mushrooms in the tent next and blow the CO2 into. Yeah, exactly. The My wife's her mushroom thing is doing good. I still haven't done a video on there. I don't know. She put it up on Facebook, so if you guys are friends with me or her on there, you've probably seen it. But I'll probably do that too. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, but it just part of the game. It was, even like I said, even in high school. If if I wasn't selling it, then there'd be 20. If I let anybody just sell, there would be 20, 30 people in there, everybody cutting everybody else's throat. And it gets to a certain point where you just say, screw you. And back then, I mean, it was minimal money. It was a lot of money to me back in the day. But when there's drugs around, there's usually a lot of money around, which I should just stay away from drugs. But I do want to try the edibles. I do uh, want to see what that's all about, what it's like, what it does to me nowadays. Like I said, though, man, miraculously, like I said, because what the doctor did back in the day, he gave me a syringe, and because we didn't know whether it was a migraine or a cluster headache. That was the 2 classifications that my doctor said it was either one or the other. So he said the next time that you have it, this is for migraine. Once it starts to come on, shove this up your nose and sip it in, and it should end it. You shouldn't get anything. You shouldn't get a headache, nothing. And I did that, and I got a headache. So he said it's cluster headaches. Wasn't much they could do for the cluster headaches for some reason. And like I said, the THC and that one puff and those 3 little. I don't even think I went through all 3 of the rolled cigarettes with the trimmings in it. And that was over 10 years ago. Never ingested anything else. Haven't had headaches since. So it's amazing. Bring up the camera. Yeah, I can do that. I have it here. You guys see it? Oh, they're here. I didn't even realize they were here. Let me go to the big one and zoom in a little bit. So they're here already. I see them moving around in there. That's the ones that are doing the ceiling. That's the nephew or cousin that's in there now. And I'm digging it, man. I can't really, I can't wait to get in there and have a place to do some actual work. How to take a call. Edibles work great. Yeah, I'm gonna try them. I'll let everybody know. But yeah, so the garage is deal. The Once he gets done, he should be done with this today. He's going to start forming up the driveway, which, like I said, will come basically all the way from the front, all the way to the back, double wide, kind of arcing over. If you guys know what I'm saying, to the ass end of where that truck is, and that's so that I can back the trailer in and then unhook it, pull up and then go around that post and into the garage there with my truck and still be on concrete. And then from where the truck is, the back of the truck, all the way out, which is 38 meters, something like that, 3.5 meters wide, all the way out to the street. So it'll be like a runway. It's a long ass driveway. So I've allotted the money to do that. If we don't get, we've been kind of in a break period here, rain wise. So I'm hoping he jumps on it fairly soon. Hey Ron, how you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Yeah, that's what I heard with his shoulder or something. Um, and then, like I said earlier, if you guys didn't hear, I at the end of the last video, I got lightheaded, almost like I was going to pass out at the last live stream. 2 days ago was my 3-month appointment with my doctor. He wants me to strap on a heart monitor for 24 hours. He wants to make sure that I'm getting good blood flow. I believe it's low blood sugar because I'm eating better and I'm still on the uh, same medication that I'm on, and I've had it. Oh, hold on, sorry, clicked the wrong button. Um, and I believe that's what it is. So my wife, when she goes out today to pick up the roll of insulation, the one drywall panel, then he should be able to mud it up and be done with it today. The electrical's done, the solar's done, the water will be done today, and then he might even start forming up the concrete, which would be nice. And then right outside my wall here, we're going to take down those has those slide out sections and put a step in whatever I need. They should be about at the same grade, and I'm just going to have him form up a 1 inch and a half, or very small, thin skim layer of concrete between here and the driveway. So when it's raining, I can just walk straight out and then over and not have to walk in the freaking mud. So he'll probably do that, but I'm hoping that he does it. I'm hoping that he does it pretty soon. Um, I'm imagining he will, because I think, like I said, I think all he has to do is put up that one sheet, put the one roll of insulation in, put the one sheet in, mud up what he didn't mud up yesterday, and he's done. And so he'll probably start today on forming it up, which would be nice. And then, like I said, I'll start on that isolation quarantine tank that'll be right outside the garage out there. And it's going to be interesting to see. I'm bringing this computer out there. I bought a cheap ass desk, no drawers or anything, just a bolt together. I think it was 1,000 baht or something, and bolted together. Have that computer there. This screen, like I said, I've up to here is lines. Um, it's getting delivered today, a 32-inch curved monitor. Hopefully they'll pick that up this morning. I'll put that in today. So when I'm over there, I've got either way. I've got air conditioning. The only thing I won't have is a 65-inch television or the racing deal. I still think most of my time I'll be in here. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm working on something. Because like I said, if I first project after we sell the other house and get restock the Dave Wants a Harley fund money that I had, that I bought all this with, the land, um, I will probably start on the trailer. I allotted 100,000 baht to put together a tent trailer with solar, air conditioning, camping ready tent, everything, to be able to pull behind the Forza. So I want to do that project. That's one of the reasons that I did that there. And then I'll probably fart around with motorcycles, I hope. I mean, I don't have a ton of money where I, can just go out and buy them. They don't have a bunch of basket case project stuff here in Thailand. But I leave in my, any kind of old Triumph, BSA, any kind of UK Norton, whatever, I'd love to do. And if I can't do that, I'll do some old two strokes that they used to do here or whatever. As long as it's cheap enough. I don't want to get into a hobby that's going to break me. I had to do that. Let me put this. I can't see it that well. under monitor heart thing. I think I did it before too. They want to make sure my blood sugar and my heart wasn't messed up. Yeah, exactly. And that's what he's concerned about. He doesn't. He said I just want to rule it out. He doesn't think that that's what it is, but he wants to rule it out because that would be a bad thing if my pump's not pumping enough blood. But I'm not going to do a long live stream. It's 45 minutes. I'll probably go another 15 minutes. I will show the, let's see, lines in your monitor could be interfering. No, it did the same thing on the other expos that I had, and it was worse than this. And I gave it to the solar man whose friend is a TV, and he said it's not worth the money to replace the parts that need to be replaced. So we'll see. This new one has a 3-year warranty on it. It's one thing like buying the stuff that I bought over the solar stuff. I got 27 years or something on the panels, and at least 1 year warranty on the batteries and the controller over there. Where if I would have bought a lot of the stuff off of Lasada, you're not going to get much of a warranty. But I'm going to show that again, just for people that hadn't seen it, the garage. So I'll put it up.
Hello everyone. Back out here, it looks like they got most of the ceiling done. And from what my understanding is, this is the day after, is the solar and the electrical plugs. You can see some of the plugged in.
I put a lot of plugs
right here is done. Plugged in back there too. So we'll check out this, and I think he said he's coming. He's going to be running a water line, but we'll take a look and see. So according to this, it looks like it's 1,658 watts coming in, and you can see the sky is really overcast. So battery's at what does that say? 68%. Yeah, so it looks like it's all up and running. Cool. So yeah, I think that that looks pretty good. And like I said, it looks like all the electrical, I believe, is done. And also we'll check with the solar man when we wrap up this video in a little while after they put up some of what I'm calling drywall, this stuff here.
So anyway, like I said too, the interesting fact, and I'm going to do a bunch of breakdown on it. Also, like I had talked before, which I'm still going to do at the house, I'm having problems with one of the batteries now, so I got to get that resolved. But here, behind that panel, that he did an awesome job on that swing. That whole deal with the solar on it swings out, and behind there is all the fuse box, a main breaker coming from the line that's coming all the way from the front of the house, the main grid wires coming in. All I got to do is just flip that breaker, and everything's on there. The thing that I felt good about was the batteries were 100%, which means there wasn't much happening in here except for, residual stuff that's plugged in. But the pond was running all night long, and it brought the battery from 100% down to 70%. And it took, even with that overcast weather, and that bouncing between 1,600 and 2,200 watts coming in within an hour and 30 minutes, even with them using drills and stuff like that, and me turning on the air conditioner in here. In an hour and a half, the thing was up to 100% battery again, and everything idled down, which tells me that if that's the truth, it might run the pond for 2 days. I don't know, but we're going to find out, because I'll do a test here shortly, and I'll put a little video out on it too, people that are interested in what it's pulling, because I'll see how much this is pulling by shutting off everything else. It'll tell me how many amps or how many watts I'm pulling from the man cave, from this air conditioner and everything I'm using. Then I'll do just the pond, and it'll say how many watts I'm using there, and I will get a good idea of what I can run out here. It'll be good if the power goes out. At the one running out 13 kW running the house, which I'm going to do the same thing to, knowing if I've got one air conditioner in the living room, the refrigerator, and maybe the TV, and an air conditioner and a fan, and how long will that system stay up during the power outage? And then same thing here. So we'll see how it goes, but totally happy with the garage the way it's coming. Like I said, the only thing I should be done today, Saturday. I'm hoping by the end of next week. That's paint inside and out, paint garage floor, all the tools and crap moved out of here and put together, the desks, the workstations, everything in there, the air compressor, the spray washer, everything that I've got in there, and then do a final video of everything, and then by then hopefully have a deal so that somebody knows, hey, if I put in this system, and I'm pulling 2,500, 3,000 watts, and I've got 200 amp hour of lithium ion phosphate batteries, how long will it last? And that'd be good information for somebody that's putting it in, especially like I said, if you've got that you need it for something like a pond, you're some kind of physical ailment, your breathing machine, whatever it is, it'd be nice to know. Uh, there are calculations, and you can do the calculations, but still, I like to be able to flip that switch and take everything out of the equation. This is how long it ran, and see what it is. But like again, if it's during the day, it's going to depend on what the what the sun's putting out. Because if it's putting out 6,000 watts, the thing will run forever. So we'll have to see. Like saying the lines in your monitor can be. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't think so. Like I said, now this one just kind of mellowed out. The other one got worse and worse and worse. This one I've had on, and like I said, it's up to about here and nice and clear. The other half of the screen, so half my head, and then everything else is. You can still see it. I can still read what you wrote, over there in the deal, but it's not right. I've got a 24-inch flat monitor. There's a 22-inch on the other one. So, and I've got an arm. So I'll probably put the 24 flat on the on my desk out there, this one, just so I can move it up to my blind face and be able to see it. I don't want to buy another one. I wanted a 32-inch curved monitor from the beginning. I got a 27, trying to save a few baht. And like I said, I thought that this manufacturer was decent, but I've had two of them, and both of them have turned to shit. So we'll see. So yeah, so we'll see I think it's the 19th. They put that on. I went yesterday. He set me up an appointment to have my eyes checked. Something with my retinas. My veins are bigger than my arteries, and it's supposed to be the other way around. Some kind of something. She's sending me to a specialist with all the pictures she took. I was there for 2.5 hours last night with drops and checking and doing great people. 1,700 baht for everything. So what is that? $50, $60, whatever. And and I'll get that back. My wife will turn that into the insurance company. Um, I'll go to this. This person has a clinic, so I'll pay a little bit for that, and maybe not get reimbursed, but I won't have to wait in any kind of anything. And I don't know when that'll be. She's setting it up, and then we'll let us know. And then she said could do an injection, which freaks me out. But she said I'll just make you look down, and you won't even see, and we'll numb them up. And she said, and that the cataracts, she said, are mild. She said they're not like these. This is the worst I've ever seen. And she said they're like they're not a big giant problem, but said if you're still having blurry vision after if we can do anything for the retinas, then we'll do it. We'll do the surgery if you want to. And I just want to have semi clear vision. Doesn't have to be the best vision in the world, but I don't want to get on a motorcycle or a car and have any kind of hesitations or anything, and wanting to this is a little, I don't want Is it to that point yet? No. Is it getting close? Yes. So I wanted to do something about it. So I'll let you guys know how that turns out when I go there and what happens with that test deal of strapping it on. But otherwise, I feel yeah, I know. Uh, I feel decent. Like I said, I'm almost positive it was the low blood sugar. If I had to guess, I definitely would say that was it. And he said it could be a bunch of shit, but he said he's worried about that, not pumping enough blood to keep me awake. That could be a problem. But so I definitely want to get that done. Um, like I said, we already went over everything pretty much on the building. I did those clips that I took off and showed you on here. If anybody hasn't seen it, I played them 3 times. If you're watching this, go back. Or if you're watching this, you already seen them in a rerun. But um, paint and driveway and shit. I'm If he gets on it and we have some clear days without any rain, I'm going to say by the end of next week, concrete should be in, garage should be painted, all my stuff should be in there, my desk, all the stuff work wise. Like I said, air compressor, um, uh, got a spray washer, all the tools that I bought, and everything to. I'm a kind of a fanatic. If I'm working on something, man, and I don't have a tool, I freak out. It does makes the experience shitty for me. Specialty tools are specialty tools, but oh, I don't have this. I don't have a half-inch opening, stubby, or something. Yeah, I don't like that. But hey, Gino, how you doing? We're just going over the garage thing. The garage is turning out awesome. If you didn't see it, rewind it a little bit, and I showed it 3 times through. This is only about, I don't know how long you guys say it is, minute and a half. Um, but yeah. So otherwise, I know my wife said that your wife had sent her stuff on Caesar. It's good to know you guys and him are bonding beyond expectations. Since we've been there. Yeah, I just showed the little clips of it. The ceiling's almost in. We're going to paint today, I hope. And like I said, it should be done by the end of the week. And that's concrete and everything all the way out to the street. So we'll see. But I'm happy with the way that's turned out. Very happy. But yeah, it's good to see Caesar. We still have 5 dogs left, I think. Five, five. We had to go out and get them their second shot 2, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. And then I know I got to do something for my wife's birthday. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'm not going to do like Chuck. I'm not taking her to Hong Kong. And her and Paige's birthday, I think, were within days apart. My wife's is the 16th, and I think Paige's is the 15th, 14th, 17th, right within a day of my wife's, or a couple of days. But we're not going to Hong Kong. But I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to leave it up to her. She'll probably say, just buy me gold, or take me out and let me eat for 24 hours straight. She don't care. Whatever I do, she'll be happy with. But oh, I forgot. I was supposed to tell you guys. If you guys, this is only if you want to. Okay, you don't have to do anything. As you know, my wife works for NT, which was TOT, and CAT, which are government internet companies. They are doing something with in the government, the soldiers, and I donated 1,000 baht. She's gonna go out and buy water or whatever. They're gonna go on Wednesday. Obviously, they're not gonna film anything or do anything because they're going to locations that they are in Surin, in Sisaket, and in Ubon. Obviously, closer to the border. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you do. Um, if you want to, let me know and I'll put in some extra for you. If you want to do a super chat deal or whatever, that's fine. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine. She wanted me to let you guys know. She has invited me to go, but I don't know if I'm going to, it's going to be hot. I don't know if I want to go out, but they're going to do stuff like that. Can If you want to buy stuff, bring them to me. Like I don't know, if Bobby's watching or Andrew. If you want to get some stuff, then bring it. She can take it with her. Water, canned fish, whatever you want to get for them. Candy. I don't know. They're young kids. They probably like something. I don't know, sweet. Uh, Bring it to me or tell me, and I'll buy whatever you want to do. I told her that I would let everybody know. Either way, they're going to know that it came from Got to Love Thailand. So uh, either way, it'll be through us. Hey Jay, how you doing? Ubon, everything that I know of is fine. Like I said, I hope nothing transpires. It would be nice, but you know, uh, from what I hear and from what I see, Thailand's not gonna not gonna sit on their hands. It doesn't seem like. But I think it's personally, I think it can be resolved, and I think they will resolve it, which would be nice. I don't want to see anybody, die or anything. Wouldn't be nice. But yeah, anyway, so I just want to let y'all know that you don't have to. Don't worry about it. We're still going to get. They're still going to know it came from I Love Thailand, and we're probably just going to bring them a bunch of water and whatever my wife wants to get for the 1,000 baht I gave her. So she'll do it. Hey Gino, you do either way. You can do a super chat, which mostly goes to Google, or I have a PayPal link. You could do that. I think maybe if it's still there. If not, she could get a hold of my wife. I know that she sent her something. She was all excited. I guess she sent her a video of Caesar. My wife likes to see stuff on the dog. She loves them all, man. I mean, she's going to take like I said, I think there's 5 left. Um, Whatever she doesn't get rid of are going to become she'll have the girls fixed, and whatever's left is going to go to Ubon. They're going to be the Ubon house dogs, keeping away. You know, my uncle wants them. He loved Bear, so he said sure, bring him on. So there's he has 2 soy dogs. I don't really see I only see his soy dogs around. So we'll be probably she'll probably get rid of 1 or 2 more. So it'll be like 3 by the time we go there. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. She'll appreciate it too. But like I said, it's just they're obviously they're government employees, so they're all government. So they're going to do whatever they can for the soldiers, and they're just a bunch of, the ones that I've seen are all young men. So I guess it's a young man's game anyway. But just to give them a little deal, so they'll get something. And I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what she'll get. She'll just get whatever she thinks they'll want. And like I said, I know that water is going to be a big thing because they're out. I believe they're just out in the elements. I don't know how they're set up, and maybe I will go just to see it. Like I said, they don't want any pictures, no social media stuff, obviously for obvious reasons. Uh, you know, um, they they don't want everybody to know exactly where they are. But it would be a good thing. I'm not seeing if you've seen the video, but Caesar's making quite the name for himself. Loves to play with the neighbor kid. Really? No, I haven't. Hey, Douglas, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you're doing all right, brother. Um, no, I'll have to watch it. I'll definitely watch it. She's excited about anything. We watch them all because we are obviously friends on Facebook, so we see all the one. And the weird thing is, I never took Bear to any of the waters. He's not a water dog, man. He doesn't even want to come over by the pool because my wife had tried to put him in the pool before, so he doesn't even come over to the pool, and he's never even been, as far as I know. Now, the puppies, every time we're out there, we put them in the pool and let them swim around. She stays on one side, I stay on the other, and they love the water. Obviously, no, it Caesar does. So there they are. But Bear, he he now once I get him probably to go in. he'll probably be fine. I just don't, it's good to see somebody that has all the time and spends the time with the dogs. I should have spent a lot more time with Bear. Thanks. I just went to the doctor. I was having problems, and um, he wants me to wear a monitor because I got lightheaded after the last live stream at the end, and I just went and seen him for my 3-month deal 2 days ago. And then had him send me for people for my eyes, so I had my eyes checked yesterday. But I think it was low blood sugar. He just wants to rule out that my pump's not pumping enough blood. So he's going to rule that out. But otherwise, I feel good. So, but yeah, the dogs are really, really smart. The girls are smart too, but Bear is exceptionally intelligent. But the girls are too, and the puppies definitely picked up the traits from their mom and dad. They're just real, from what I've seen, even with the girls and even with the puppies and with Bear, very, very easy to train. It doesn't take a lot, and I'm sure you're experiencing that with um, with Caesar. They're just smart, right? I mean, the stuff that I see, Caesar, like you said, he took up the fetch thing in 10 seconds or something. They're very, very intelligent. The dogs, very good dogs. I feel. Hey, Brock, how you doing? So I'm not going to go an extremely long time because, as you can see, they are here this morning. Work. Oh, there's Bear. Speak of the devil. There they are working. They only have to put up. My wife's got to go this morning to Taiwazadu, get one panel for the ceiling. If you guys hadn't seen it, maybe I'll play it one more time. Uh, and one roll of insulation. Um, and uh, and then he's pretty much done. And I got to paint and stuff. I'll show it one more time because we've got 16 people here, and Douglas hadn't seen it, and Gino. So here's I took the little card out of my camera this morning. It's almost done, the video, but I'll show you this one. Hold on, I got to rewind it. There we go. Can I make it bigger?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Back out here, looks like they got most of the ceiling done. And from what my understanding is, this is the day after, is the solar and the electrical plugs. You can see some of it plugged in right here is done. Plugged in back there too. So we'll check out this, and I think he said he's coming. He's going to be running a water line, but we'll take a look and see. So according to this, it looks like it's 1,658 watts coming in, and you can see the sky is really overcast. So battery's at what does that say? 68%. Yeah, so it looks like it's all up and running. Cool. So yeah, I think that that looks pretty good. And like I said, it looks like all the electrical, I believe, is done. And also we'll check with the solar man when we wrap up this video in a little while after they put up some of what I'm calling drywall, this stuff here.
So that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm happy with the way that it's going. Like I said, he's only got one panel that goes up, and one roll. I got the insulation. I guess I was one section short, so we're gonna pick that up. My wife will go pick that up with the sim this morning. I'm probably already on her way there, and bring it back. Then they just have to, make the joints smooth, and then my wife, when she's there, I told her to pick up some gray paint, and we'll paint the inside. I'll have the air conditioning guy, I hope, come tomorrow, and then I just got to epoxy the floor, finish painting inside and out, and then we'll have the air conditioner inside. We can sit down and I got another one of these carts that needs to get put together, 5 shelves that need to be put together, 2 workstations. You'll see, I'll do a video afterward. my desk, and that kind of stuff, the air compressor, all the stuff needs to go in there. So by the end of next week, the concrete in the front should be done. The ice quarantine tank for the fish should be done. Everything should be done. So we'll see. Dave, I can't believe just how much is done. Mr. Williams is doing some of the work to his house too. Is he really? Yeah. I'm digging it. Like I said, it's not a Western, Western construction. Do I ever think it'll fall down in my great 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 grandkids' lifetime? No, it'll be there for a long time, and it's perfect for what I need. But like I said, man, you're talking about I go over a couple of the costs. The cost for the actual building now, not the concrete out front, but the concrete slab, all the block work, the air conditioners, the ceiling, the insulation, the electric, the pulling from the front underground all the way there from the front of the house with the wire with the grid tied from the grid, all that stuff. About 100, I'll have it down to a gnat's behind, about 130, 140,000 baht. And that was originally, I had that 165,000, 5,000 US dollars in that bank. That was my budget. Now, of course, I went over that budget because the solar now, 6.2 kW batteries, panels, installation, running from there over to here to pick up the man cave and the pond, all that, right around 95,000, under 100. So I stayed like 230, something like that, for that whole building. So you're talking about 7,000 US dollars for this building, for the garage without the solar, but all the electrical and everything like that. You're talking about $4,500. I mean, you couldn't even get the permits in the States for that. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when that he's had this on and the pond on. So those batteries, 200 amp hour, 48 volt or 51 volt batteries, ran all night long, and it came down to 70%. And when I went out there the other morning, it was at 70% when I did that, when I filmed that. That means that it burned 20, 30% of that battery with that pond running 12 hours, 10, 12 hours. All that sun that you saw there was all overcast, and it was 2,000 watts it was putting out. It had the battery up to 100% in an hour and a half. And that was with the air conditioning and everything running in here, and them using the drills and whatever they got, and the pond running. So I think it's going to be exceptional. I think I'm going to finally be happy with my electric bill. I spent a lot of money on it, but to get the system that I got in, doing some of the stuff, under 100,000 for a 6.2 kW system, I think is ridiculously cheap. So we'll see. Hey, Nanette, how are you? Got a dog to let out. All right, thanks. I'm going to end the video. It's been an hour and 15 minutes now. Yeah, I know. He's got to do something with his shoulder or something, right? But yeah, I'm really happy with all that. I'm happy with the what the doctor said, and stuff. Like I said, I just think I'm on this much medication for diabetes, and I'm eating this much crap, and it equaling out. Oh, I feel okay. Now I'm eating less crap and a lot better deal, and my my sugar, as far as I'm concerned, I'm taking too much meds. So so my wife, when she's out today, she's going to pick up the little thing I need for my machine. And as I told my doctor and promised a bunch of times that I would start taking my blood sugar 2-3 times a week, I need to start taking, because even right now I can feel like almost that my blood sugar's too low right now. But we'll have to see. Hopefully she'll do that and get back with it. We'll find out. I don't know. I didn't look. I guess I could look on here, and we'll see if the car is in the driveway. No, car is still here. So she hasn't went to Taiwaza do yet. So we'll see. Maybe and obviously they probably haven't called her for the monitor either. So anyway, I am going to, I think, end the video. I will, on the garage video, I'll go out and I'll probably take some more this afternoon and end it. And then the last one will be maybe two more, because there'll probably be one on painting and getting everything ready, the concrete. And then there'll probably be another separate video on putting all the stuff together. What does it look like in there? Where's the air compressor? How's everything look? And blah, blah, blah. What I spent and all that. But it's going to be pretty close to that. Somewhere around 130,000 baht for the actual garage. And then for the driveway, and well, the driveway is 40,000. So that isn't, I didn't include that in there either. So the and the solar system is 95, 96, 97. That I should be able to actually put together today, because he's pretty much done now. So we'll have to see. All right, guys and gals. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I got the peanut stuff here, so I'll take out peanuts. But I kind of feel it right now. And I don't know if it's because maybe I'm just talking too much or whatever, but yeah, it's weird. So I'm definitely going to tell my wife. Maybe I should have her find it, because maybe there's one kit in there. Because before I take anything, I'd like to see if see what my blood sugar is. So we'll see. All right, everybody. I think that will do it. Like I said, hopefully I will get the what I need, which I don't need much to finish that video, number 7 video, and get that out today, and then you guys will know the next live stream should be pouring concrete and stuff. We might even get some of the pour on the camera, because it's facing there. So we'll see. I'll actually do a live so we can have it up and watch it live. So anyway, all right. I will come up here to end the stream and say to you all, thanks everybody. Thanks to new subscribers. Thanks to you guys. It goes without saying. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the next one.